Alright, UTV Outlaws here. Today we're going to be doing a CW Motorsports 4-inch drop cage. So we just got this in today. Go ahead and grab a knife. Let's get her opened up. We're going to do like a little before and after weight so we can see exactly how much we gained on this. One thing that we try to pay attention to with this machine is trying to keep it relatively lightweight.
Still feels kind of stout.
Yeah, these are way thicker than the factory cage. So I mean, you're going to gain some weight no matter what, but...
Yeah. Move this.
They're supposed to come with all the hardware. We also have harnesses in this machine, so we'll have to make the harnesses work. But in talking to the owners, it seems like these only come one way now, where they have the tabs for the harnesses and the seatbelt tabs as well. I think they used to do the two separated, but now everything's all together. They only sell one way.
And this just replaces the back loop of the cage and the back bars. Gives you some new nuts, probably for their style holes, I would think, here. See if I can scratch this a little for you.
So yeah, everything was wrapped up pretty nicely in the box there. So it looks like...
I seen one mark.
Did you?
I think right here somewhere. Right here.
Okay.
There's a mark. Other than that, everything looks good.
Looks like the finish is about the same as what comes factory. We'll have to see the two compared, you know, side by side.
Kind of feels a little more heavy duty than factory tubing.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. So we got to unbolt the back half of the roof to get access to the bolts.
Yeah, so I got an aluminum roof on this. So from what I've been reading, it looks like we have to loosen up these, and then this whole thing drops down. We'll loosen up the back of the roof. The roof should be able to stay on the thing, and then everything will just lay into place with the new bars. So we'll have to remount the fire extinguisher.
Unbolt the shocks, fire extinguisher.
Yep.
Take this speaker and the harnesses out. And it should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Alright, so we removed these bottom bolts here. We removed the shock bodies. That's a 5mm Allen. Holds those onto the cage. Take those off.
Sure, it's about 5mm?
Yeah. Sure. Tell me here, hold on, I'll check it for you here. Let me see. 5mm.
There you go.
These are 15s. Just put your hands on the backside hole and the nuts will, you know, stay in there and come out. We're gonna go ahead and remove the rest of the harnesses and fire extinguisher mount. Pull that, and let me go ahead and do that and we'll be right back. Alright, so we took the roof off to make it a little bit easier. There's 4 bolts, 2 here, 2 there, to hold it here. These were 15s, you need a 15 wrench, 15 socket. These up here, there's 2 going this way, holding the windshield bar onto the back rail. Those are 15s. Then there's 2 here, 15s, and then same thing, 2 there, 2 there. Then we took the seat belts off. Seat belts, I want to say, was maybe 16 and 19. These harnesses did not come in here, so I don't know if this was the harnesses, the hardware that came with it or not.
I don't remember either.
Did the hardware come with the
I think
harnesses?
it came with the harnesses,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What are they, Sub-Zeros?
Yes, yeah, it's the Polaris brand.
Yeah. So now I think we got everything disconnected. I think we're ready to try to lift this off.
So another thing too is when we loosened everything up, these doors aren't opening and closing like they normally do.
Yeah.
So we might have to jack everything up right before we do the final tighten. We might have to jack up the center of the machine and just
that's it.
tighten everything up, and then everything should sit back to normal. So.
All right. Now lift up on yours. All right. Cool. Let's put this in this box so we can reweight it.
Yeah, we'll put weights on the screen, for the before and after. We'll have to figure that out later. So we got these front bolts loosened up right now, so you can see, everything shifts around a little bit.
So we need to support the center, maybe jack it back up so that right now it might be sitting more like this, where the door doesn't seem to want to close right, but by jacking it up in the center, it'll even it back out, or you can make it, go further than needed. And then get it to that point to where stuff shuts and lines up good, tighten it down, and you can let the jack down, because the frame of the machine is also held together the same way it is right here at the hood as it is right here where the doors attach to the side. Same thing here, it's all got that quick connect bung. They work good, but there is play, there is movement, so.
Yeah, so the whole thing kind of loosens up, and then this ties everything together.
Like we found right here, we found 1 bolt loose. I mean, it could have been like that since this thing was brand new in 17, or it could have, just come loose. But I've seen a lot of these bolts from factory loose, shock bolts loose. We had one on this that got messed up because it was loose. We had to put a new shock bolt in here, remember that? Mm-hmm. So it's very common.
All right, so we're installing the new bar. This over here too is Jeremy, by the way.
Hold on.
This is Tim's brother. He goes out riding with us. He's got an OG Mav, so he goes out riding with us
Okay, hold on.
every once in a while.
Are you in? I am in. Hold on. It's gonna have to be. So we are gonna have to take the bolt out of the bottom door here.
It's going to need a little maneuvering.
Yeah. All right. So let's take this back off. All right. So normally, with these cages, they spring. So this had a little bit of a gap between this bar and the frame. Made it a little difficult getting this on. So basically, I just used a screwdriver, got it through the hole. I had a little, we forced it over by hand, just enough to slide this on. I took a screwdriver and lined up the holes. Now they're just loose. Everything is just loose. We put these in here. It comes with, on the stock cage, there's nut inserts in here. You reuse the stock bolts on the outside, and they give you a bag of bolts, or a bag of nuts for the backside. And like I said, everything's loose. I had to take this bolt out of the bottom of the door and take it off to get it in there. And then I was able to stretch this over enough with just some manpower and pushed it back. And got it in there and got it lined up. But now neither one of the doors, want to act like they're going to line up. So this is where everything is loose. We'll put the back bars on loose, and then we'll take a jack and a board, put it right in the center, jack it up, and then that should start bringing everything back together. And then once I feel comfortable with the way the doors are and everything lines up, then we will start tightening it down. All right, so we got this thing all buttoned up. It looks good. It is a, substantially lower. I think it's a 4-inch drop, and I feel it's a lot stronger back here than stock. Everything lined up. You have to keep these bars loose and get your roof on there to get the holes to line up, and you have to do a little adjustment to the doors. Other than that, I'm happy with it, and I think we're good to go. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll have more videos coming to you guys.
Yeah, so now on the back too, the reservoirs, granted not all these machines will have it. Now you don't have like a spot where it's locked into place. So now you can move it up and down, you can do whatever you want with it. And another thing with this drop too, I did a 4-inch drop. I'm 6'1", this is my machine, so I'm 6'1", so I didn't really want it close to my head when I have a helmet on. Now that I'm looking at it, I probably could have got away with a 5-inch, but this is, what I felt pretty comfortable with, so. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video.
What do we got here?
So we got some RZR tender springs, RZR tender springs. It's going on the 2-seater that you guys see in all these videos. So these are all for 3-inch rear shocks, 2.5-inch in the front.
They're ginormous.
Yeah, they're big. So I'll try to make the little bit more plush of a ride on the machine. Oh, there's the rears. You can tell the rears.
Yeah, they're ginormous, that's for sure.
So yeah, we'll have this coming up next.
And they even had to mark them for you, front and rear.
There you go.